Welcome back to Commentea.
Hi guys.
Today we're going to be reacting to Beatrice Caruso, a vlog that she posted. It's called I Was Never Going to Lose Weight. If you don't know who Beatrice Caruso is, she has a channel that has been doing very well on YouTube. Her whole motto has been to try to lose 100 pounds and just kind of like watching her on her journey.
Okay, so stay with me for just a second. This may or may not make any sense at all. If it does, great. If it doesn't, disregard. So there was this study done in like the 50s where these scientists took away these baby monkeys from their birth mother. Again, this was in the 50s. What are ethics? No one knows. And they gave these baby monkeys the option to choose between two surrogate artificial mother monkeys that they created. The first option was a lovely mother monkey that was just made of wire and it had some feed bottles attached to it. The second option was made of foam and terry cloth and provided no nourishment whatsoever. They found that the little baby monkeys chose option B, the terry cloth comfort monkey, risking starvation over the option that would provide them long-term survival. And so I was just thinking about this little tidbit of information that I learned from Introduction to Psychology in like freshman year of college. I just extracted it from the depths of my brain hole and was thinking about this at 3 a.m. And I was like, that's exactly what binge eating is to me. It's choosing comfort over logically knowing that there's this option out there that would be more beneficial. And that's what today's video is kind of about. I just wanted to kind of come on here and have like a little bit of a kiki, because as you guys know, I've been in therapy for about 3 weeks now, and I have really been focusing on the concept of binging, why I do it, where it started, what it does for me, and ultimately ways to minimize it. And so I just kind of wanted to share like the things that I've been thinking about and what I'm going to try in order to like remedy that. So I've came to a couple of realizations. The first being that I am never going to lose this weight. And I don't say that in like this hopeless, defeatist way. I'm obviously not going to give up. I mean it in the sense that the way that I have been going about things was never going to result in success. And there was nothing wrong with the mechanics of what I was doing. When I was on track, I was on track. I ate balanced meals. I made sure to eat in a caloric deficit. I exercised. I drank my water. And then all of those things at the end of the week would typically result in weight loss. But the way that I was addressing my binge eating was not the best. I kind of went into it with this mindset of, okay, I'm done binging forever. This is never going to happen again. I'm going to just quit cold turkey. Which, looking back on it now, was very naive for a multitude of reasons. Namely, I'm addicted to food. I have been for a very long time. Binge eating at this point is a part of my identity. I've been doing it for as long as I can remember. It's something that I definitely picked up in childhood and then used as my sole coping mechanism this entire time.
Do you know anything about Beatrice Caruso, maybe from past videos?
She was doing different diets to reach her goal weight.
Yeah.
That's how I came to know her. She was doing a few different fad diets or something like that. But that's the baseline of what I know about her.
Yeah, so that's really how her channel started, and how her channel got the most popular was because she was doing like the Chloe Ting challenge. Then she would do like keto for I don't know how long. She would try different things. She tried to keep it as balanced as possible, but doing any kind of fad diets or any kind of diets can be detrimental to your metabolism and to your health. And although you might lose weight, you might gain your weight back quite quickly.
When you have had a bad relationship with food,
yeah,
doing diets like that is not very helpful.
And honestly, I never thought about it that way. I know she had mentioned that she has an issue with binge eating in the past, but I guess I didn't realize how big of a problem it was until, I saw this video and she's talking about how she basically struggles with binge eating like today and for as long as she remembers. If she doesn't solve that problem, then there's no way that any diet or anything she does is going to help her lose any weight, at least long term. I'm someone that I'm lucky enough not to struggle with binge eating, but I know that it's a serious issue and it's something that you need intervention and someone to help you get over it if you ever do get over it, because they cannot control eating. Like it's literally you have no control over it and you just can't stop yourself.
Yeah, most of them explain it as something that you do and there's like a veil, like you're not even there.
I think it's really brave of her to address this on her channel because this is something that probably a lot of people go through. It's something very vulnerable to talk about. Anything regarding weight is always sensitive, but this is even like taking it a step further. She has mentioned it, but I think she's working on herself and figuring out she had just bought a house, so she's really like trying to get her life together. And I think she's realizing that she's not losing weight because part of her issue is her binge eating.
Yay! And at this point, food is definitely a drug to me. I don't get comfort from anything else. So I took a look back on my old videos and trying to figure out where I was at this point in my life and why was I so successful then and then not successful now. And I realized it definitely comes down to stress and what was going on at the time. And every time I've fallen off track, it's been because some kind of life change or external stress. And I'm not going through any of that and like blaming those situations for why I haven't lost more weight or whatever else. I'm simply saying that like I never developed any more coping mechanisms other than the food thing. So when in the past I've been completely depriving myself from that comfort with nothing else set in place, I'm setting myself up for failure. And so that was never going to work. It was truly never going to work. And I was very naive for thinking that. So the solution to the problem that my therapist came up with and wants me to try to implement is something called harm reduction. And in my case, it's that I'm allowed to binge. No one's stripping away that comfort from me, because it's going to take time to put something else in its place. The whole concept behind harm reduction is just to lessen the blow. So when I do binge, instead of eating 100% of whatever I was going to binge, only eating 75%. Stopping at that 75 and then immediately going into some other activity that's supposed to bring me comfort. What that is, I'm at a loss because I just don't feel comfort from things that people typically do. I know that sounds really weird to say, but like, you know, things like taking a bath, taking a walk, petting an animal, spending time with friends and family. I don't really decompress with those activities. You know, of course I'll like pet my dog. Like I love Doug, I love Chetty, I'll pet them, but it ultimately feels like it's more for them than for me. I don't know, I feel like I can't really say that without sounding like an asshole. But I mean, like, I don't really get anything from it. Like, I feel like I'm doing it for their comfort rather than mine. So I'm very curious what you guys do for comfort, how you guys manage stress. Honestly, any suggestion would be awesome at this point. I was very stubborn to this concept, honestly. I was like, what the hell? I just want to be cured. But I'm kind of realizing that therapy isn't about someone else giving you the answers. It's about someone else asking the right questions so you could come to the realization yourself and then give yourself the help that you need, which is annoying. But yeah, so I kind of know what I need to do, and it's exciting because it's something that I've never tried before, so maybe it will actually work. But I kind of wanted to be like upfront and transparent because the amount of physical progress that you see from me probably won't be that much. It's not really likely, you know, that I'm going to be losing an insane amount of weight, that you're going to see this huge transformation from me. I'm just giving you a heads up. If you want to unsubscribe, totally understand. It's just that I have other things that I need to be focusing on.
Something that stood out to me is how she's saying she acknowledges now that she has a problem, right? She hasn't found that replacement, and it's not a very easy thing.
It's one of those addictions that is hard to break because you're never going to go cold turkey without food, right? It's something you're reintroduced to at least 3 times a day. You have to face your addiction and be able to control yourself. And sometimes, you know, that's really hard because if you're addicted to something, you can't stop yourself. It's like a drug.
I was thinking about just like quitting YouTube entirely, but I figure I've already been doing this for this long. I've already divulged so much personal information about myself. You know, things that people typically don't talk about in day-to-day conversations. And also literally everybody I know in real life already knows. So I kind of just want to keep going and make this a success story rather than just quitting. And, you know, maybe I can end up helping some people along the way. I get messages every single day from people telling me that my videos help them. even the ones where I'm failing. And I didn't get that at first. I really didn't. It like blew my mind. But I kind of see it now because it's the same reason I like having a channel. It's the same reason I like kind of divulging my secrets to the internet. It's because I say some random weird nonsense and then people relate to that, or like they have the same experience and you feel less alone. Still gonna be trying. I'm just going about it a little bit differently. So there's going to be a regular vlog later on in this week, but thank you so much for listening to my ramblings.
What is one thing that you would tell her?
That is a really good question. I think what I would tell her is take your time. Don't rush into it, because if you rush into it, you're going to have an unrealistic goal and then you're just not going to meet it. It's just going to be a cycle.
That's great advice.
What would you say?
I think for me, I would just tell her like that I was proud of her for just coming on the internet and telling everyone what struggles she has, because I guarantee you there are a lot of people out there that struggle with the same thing, and just kind of documenting her journey. We can see her mindset shifting from I'm trying to lose weight, I'm trying to lose weight, I'm trying to lose weight to I'm trying to heal myself. And I think that that's important for everyone to be reflective of themselves and really look in and see if what they're doing is actually helping the problem and not creating another problem. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our video.
Catch you on the next one.
Bye.